rolling.
He's doing it.
I just had the urge to say skibbity, but then I don't know what it means, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be offensive
Then
or
I don't
like
think
weird.
you should do it.
So I stopped myself.
You don't know what the youth are, what they intend, what they mean.
I'm scared of saying
just refrain.
Things that they say.
Ignore. Put your horse blinders on. Keep moving straight ahead. March to death.
Do you hear it on Fortnite? I heard on Valorant these kids saying stuff to me.
I don't talk to children on Fortnite. I only talk to my squad.
I mean, my squad are children. Oh, because you don't team up with like randos.
No.
I'm on there with randos all the time. They're saying like, "What the Sigma?" and I'm like, "What does that mean?" And
Skibbity Sigma.
I think the only time I've been paired with a rando, it was on accident. There were 3 of us, and then it paired us with a guy who was on mute. No mic interaction with him, but his name was Cool Ass Dad.
Hey,
and you know what? He was a team player.
I like that.
And I friended him afterwards, and he never accepted it.
A family-friendly guy.
That's a cool ass dad.
Yeah, I guess this is on me for not seeing if Ryan was ready to.
Ryan's over. He's busy.
I think the average age of my teammate is usually like in the mid to high teens. So I'm there with the youth a lot.
I'm sure I'm constantly murdered by youth. You know,
I'm teaming up with them, and they're teaching me the ways of the youth.
I play Tarkov, and that's just old men.
Just old men.
But yeah, the Warzone.
You and Tim Walls out there on Tarkov.
Is he playing Tarkov?
Yeah, he's a big Tarkov guy.
Wait, is that real?
No.
Oh my God.
But you'd believe it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd run to the ballot box now.
Okay. Should we get this going here?
We have been going. We've been rolling.
Yeah, I was in the middle of something. All right. Welcome to Pod Watcher, the official podcast of Watcher Entertainment. I'm Ryan Bergara.
I'm Shane Madej.
I'm Stephen Lim.
This is a show where we chat about whatever's on our minds every week. And also answer your guys' questions via voicemail or email. And the number, as always, I will toss to Matt here.
818-275-4585. That's 818 you ask I look. No, 81 you ask I look.
That's and
try to catch me.
And the email, what is that email? You can send those.
AskWatcherPods
at gmail.com.
At Gmail.
It is, we used to memorize phone numbers back in the day. I know all my like high school friends' phone numbers still.
I know my grade school friends' phone numbers. I know my grandmother's phone number.
Ooh.
She's deceased.
They all have the same numbers? Since like all your high school friends?
No, they're just locked into my head. Like,
okay.
I remember getting on the phone and dialing my friend Danny or Brian or
Yeah, no, I remember Calvin's number. I could say it right now. I'm not going to say it, but
hello, Mrs. P. It's Shane.
Yeah.
Is Brian there?
Do you all know your wives' numbers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have to think about that.
Sarah, I didn't until I want to say a year or two ago.
Yeah, same. I really.
Sarah would always give me guff for it, and I'm like, I don't know my own family's numbers.
That's insane, dude.
I simply don't. I don't know anyone's number anymore.
But like, what if you
except
got
for Sarah's? And then when I finally did memorize it, I didn't tell her, and I just kept it locked and loaded for a while.
Yeah.
So that finally, when the next time she was like, "You don't even know my number," I just delivered it to just kind of boom her a little bit.
That's wild.
I was at a Spectrum, and the guy asked my wife's phone number because I think she has the account, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, "Oh no, I know this," and he was like, "Just look it up. She's not here."
It's crazy because I feel like you need to know it for emergencies and stuff like that.
You do.
Like, there's been times when like my phone has died and like I needed to contact her and I wouldn't be able to do that.
That's never happened to me. I always have juice.
That's crazy.
If my phone is dead, sometimes I'll just tell my friends, "Hey, text."
Yeah.
But what if you're like out in the wild, traveling out and about, no friends asunder?
I guess that's the end.
That's the end.
Yeah, I guess I just know hers and my parents, my brother. I also know Daniel Tucker's.
Daniel Tucker is
getting.
You have mentioned a lot.
Can we get Tucker on the pod?
Yeah, get Tucker. We hear a lot about Tucker here.
That's crazy.
I would like to read a Sausage Man with Tucker.
No, I don't know if he'd enjoy that. I don't think he'd probably enjoy it as much as I do.
Guys, how you been? I had a funny wake up the other morning, and I'd like to tell you about it.
Oh, what happened?
I was dreaming that I was brushing my teeth. You know how in the morning, if you like wake up a little bit, maybe you got to pee or something.
Yeah.
You fall back asleep right away. And this is long been the case. Your mind, when it like wakes up like that and then you go back to sleep, you're more likely to have like very vivid dreams because your brain is sort of activated, even though you're just falling right back to sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Morning dreams can, if you wake up and then go back to sleep, sometimes they're crazy. But I had this very vivid dream that I was brushing my teeth. And then I was, I finished brushing my teeth and then I spit out my toothpaste and all that.
Yeah. Why'd you get so weird about that?
And I spit on my pillow and woke myself up.
Oh.
It wasn't a lot. I was just clearly like doing the motion, but I was like, and then I woke up. I was like, what the fuck?
Good thing you didn't have a dream about peeing. That would have been quite the wake up.
I just spit. It wasn't a ton. It was just a little bit of spit.
Just hawk to it and spit on it.
My goodness.
Let me make it clear, that's old now when we're recording.
Yeah,
Will not be.
I think we can revive it as shaming the Watcher's resident Hawk Tua guy.
No, we're getting closer to the season where you should hawk Tua the polls.
Hey.
Is that like a double entendre there?
Pokemon go to the polls?
Pokemon go to the polls.
No. Right.
I thought you were doing some sort of like sexual double entendre.
Walk to.
I thought you were saying honk to at the pole.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I guess
okay. I get that.
That's what I was like. That's for me. Even that's kind of a lot. That's a lot.
I think if you said it, you'd think it was funny.
That's probably true.
That was a funny wake up, though. It was a funny wake up.
I hate when you wake up and you have to wake up again, though. I frequently will wake up, have my entire day, stressful day, and then I'll wake up again and be like, I just did this.
Wait, you have a dream that you have your entire day?
Yes, I'll dream that I go to work. I'm like doing work, and then I'll wake up and I'm like, what? I just did this.
What happens in these dreams when you're working? Like, are you actually like?
They're always stress dreams.
Hammering out emails.
Something's always happening. But no, I've been having them as dreams and in real life. So
dude,
now
that's
double.
You're literally dreaming and waking nightmare.
Were you the one? Somebody was telling me like when I dream and I'm working, they said just put it away in your dream, and I've been trying to do that, but it's
I never told you that.
I think it was Andrew and Nikki.
I want you to keep having nightmares.
No.
What's the percentage of nightmares to dreams that you have?
No, it's 100% nightmares.
Yeah, it's like 100% nightmares.
This is so funny. One of today's questions is about nightmares.
Really? That's a good.
Should we just go into that question?
No. We do have some housekeeping up top, though.
Here I am with my duster and my vacuum.
Oh, I see. I was going to see how you were going to transition that into anything, but all right, cool. Let's do that transition again. But we do have some housekeeping up top here before we get into our nightmares. The Ghost Files.
Welcome to our nightmare.
The Ghost Files tour is going on right now.
In full swing.
In full swing.
You're hearing us. We're together recording a podcast here in Los Angeles, but in actuality, we're out on the road.
That's correct.
We're out there.
The second half of the tour, basically, to get into, or actually, I would say the brunt of the tour.
The brunt. That's the big long trip.
Yeah.
We're going on. We're really hitting the road for that one.
18 cities.
The big one.
Check to see if we're coming to you. And get your tickets over ghostfileslive.com, as well as the season premiere of Ghost Files over on WatcherTV.com.
A tremendous episode.
I cannot wait for you guys to see this episode. It is fucking crazy. Definitely one of the craziest episodes we've ever put out, and definitely the scariest solo I think I've ever been a part of. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Also, October 11th is when that premieres on YouTube. Ghost Files, but September 13th, this Friday the 13th, is Ghost Files Season 3 premiere over on WatcherTV.com.
Oh, do you feel the crunch beneath your feet and that crisp in the air? That means fall's coming, but that don't mean it's cool yet. Is it still hot? Is it cooling down? What's going on? What's going on with the weather right now? I don't know. Luckily with Miracle, it doesn't matter at all because using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle-made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature. I said temperature, right?
You said temperature.
Temperature.
I didn't say temperature. I didn't say temperature.
You didn't say temperature.
I said temperature. And keep you at the perfect temperature all night long so you get better sleep every night. And we're not just talking cool here. These are clean sheets as well.
The sheets are clean.
The sheets are clean.
Ryan, you remember that?
Ryan, the sheets are clean and you still have to wash yourself.
No, I get it.
Including your undercarriage.
I get it.
Because Miracle offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent 99% of bacteria and require 3 times less laundry.
No more showers.
2, 3.
Yeah.
No more. No, Ryan. Okay. He's not getting it.
Yes, Miracle sheets are also luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to trymiracle.com/watcher.
Yeah.
That's trymiracle.com/watcher to
Yeah.
try Miracle Made sheets today.
Yeah.
And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one,
Ooh
if
la
you
la.
order today, you can save over 40% off.
Yeah.
And use our promo code WATCHER at checkout to get 3 free towels and save an extra 20% off.
Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/watcher and use the code WATCHER to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/watcher to treat yourself. Thank you to Miracle for sponsoring this episode. I wonder what the weather's like now, you know? Summer was hot, huh?
Do you have anything to talk about? Because we can get into the. Oh wait, we do have to talk
We got
about
something to
something.
talk about?
Well, we're gonna get to the nightmares, but speaking of nightmares, another sausage man.
Oh, we have to.
Should we do another sausage?
Are we
man?
doing a sausage?
It's
man
been a
today?
minute since we've had Sausage Man on the...
The people are
Uh,
clamoring.
People did like it. We
All right.
wanted to split these up a little bit.
Where are we now? I don't even remember. What?
The Adventures of Sausage Man.
Previously on Sausage Man, this is a comic that Ryan drew with his friend Tucker, if you're not familiar, when they were both in grade school.
Yeah, I actually am confused by it.
Yeah, we are too. And it's we've been reading them sporadically here on the pod. We've got 3 issues left. So today we're going to be...
And there's like all these ones that didn't get illustrated.
Oh, you have some...
my God. That's
The
great for the
old
podcast. They can live.
manuscripts.
They can live throughout.
Yeah, we can keep this going for quite a while.
Sausage Man is a anthropomorphic sausage,
I
He-
guess so.
superhero.
I guess you could call him that. Yeah.
and he fights crime.
This is. I wish these were numbered.
Okay, here are our 2 options because clearly this comes before that, but then there's also this, and those do not have a coming. You pick which one we do next.
And we've read those.
These are the ones we've read.
Then I guess we'll have to do Sausage Man and the Bee.
And the bee.
Look at this.
Transformers.
It's just him and a bee. Which, by the way, just scale wise, that bee is fucking huge.
That's a scary bee.
The bee is enormous.
The bee is
Or
the
he's
size of Sausage Man, which is what? How long is Sausage Man?
I mean, based on the other photos that we've drawn of him, when he's on a fork, he looks like standard sausage size. But this bee looks nearly the same size as Sausage Man. And if I saw a bee this big, I'd be running for the hills.
I love imagining you guys being like, "What's next? What's next? What's next?"
gotta be
and
a
then
bee,
Tucker
dude.
being like, "Think of this. Picture this. I got it. It's bee.
It's got to be a bee.
Gotta be a bee."
Is this bee a bad guy?
We'll find out
We'll find out.
on
The Adventures of Sausage
This
Man.
has to come last.
All right. Sausage Man and, the bee. Returning to the adventures of Sausage Man. Sausage Man is driving around in his sausage mobile.
Okay.
I like when it's in present tense.
I wish
because
it was
that
in
makes
the-
me think this is happening in the world right now.
When he drove by trouble, he saw a bee holding a sausage in a headlock.
In what? A headlock?
In a headlock. You know, as bees are known to do in nature. Saying he'll kill it if anybody moves. He could hear everyone screaming inside a strange building, "Help us!" And here's a picture of the bee with the sausage in a headlock.
That's a massive bee.
And the sausage is saying, "Help me."
I love that you all were like, we don't need to ink anything but the cover.
Exactly.
Like, we're coloring the color.
pretty
That's
cool.
it.
Is there a drawing of the mobile? I just want to see
No
what.
mobile.
Oh, okay.
It's just.
I'm
Oh, no,
imagining-
wait. I guess this is it. This is the car right here.
I'm
Looks
imagining
like
a bun with sausage
the car.
wheels.
It looks like it's like the top down view of a car.
Oh, it's just a car.
I see.
Yeah, it doesn't very. I thought it was going to be like the Wiener Schnitzel car.
Yeah.
No.
The Wiener Mobile.
Yeah.
Oscar
Wiener
Mayer
Schnitzel
Wiener
car?
Mobile?
Oscar Mayer, that's what it was called.
The Wiener Mobile.
Yeah.
Everybody's losing their minds.
Yeah, dude. Well,
I hear hot dog sausage car. I think the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile.
that's exactly what I thought. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to say.
You said a bun with sausage wheels?
Well, I'm imagining Ryan, 8-year-old Ryan. It's a bun with sausage balls because he's obsessed.
Oh, the
balls
sausage
with
ball.
balls.
Oh,
Big
that
fan
would
of
help it go
balls.
in all terrain.
Yeah,
Bergara,
exactly.
dude. He called the local
He called the police?
He called the local police to back him up. Hi, this is Sausage Man. I need help.
I would love it if Batman just called the police.
911.
It's Batman again. I need to send the boys out here.
The Riddler's outside my house right now. I need you, Stan. He's threatening to kick my ass. He called the local police to back him up. He got out of the car and hid in a bush and just watched. There's a picture of him in the bush. He's him in the bush. He's like, I hope he's like ding dong ditching somebody.
The bee is snuffing out this sausage.
The bee looks like the size of King Kong in that photo, by the way.
The bee was open. Yeah, look at the building. Look at this building and look at the
huge.
bee. This
Yeah.
bee is enormous.
Sausage Man called the cops and hid in the bush.
In the bush, dude. Like he fucking ding dong ditch somebody. The bee was opening the door and he still had the sausage. But as he opened it, a sausage made a run for the door. The sausage got out, but the bee shot its stinger at it. He killed it. Damn, bro. And there's this sausage getting murked by this
Sausage Man let him get.
He's watching in the bush. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
He's like,
Those stingers are real sharp.
It's like Lou Bloom and Nightcrawler.
So they're putting that sausage in the house.
Yeah, dude. Sausage Man sitting in that bush.
Putting that stinger in the sausage.
He's sitting in, yeah, that's a quote from Shane and I on Swan. Sausage in this fucking bush recording a podcast about what's happening.
Wait, why was he in a headlock if he's just going to sting him?
This is another sausage.
It's a separate sausage?
That tried to run out the door. And he was like, not today, motherfucker.
Okay.
Sausage Man was shocked, and the hostages were terrified. The bee dragged the dead sausage inside and said, this will happen to you if you try to escape. Sausage Man sneaked inside the building through the window. The building was high. It was 5 stories, thanks.
Oh, we're going a little Die Hard here.
Then Sausage Man thought, there can be sausages on every floor. He was glad he called for backup.
When are those police going to get here?
Here's him climbing the building like King Kong for some reason, even though he could fly. All right. He came to the hallway.
Yeah, he can fly.
He came to the hallway and walked through it. He went through an open door and found 3 hostages. He escorted them through the window and told them to go back to their homes. He went back through the hallway, which led to another hallway, and there were 2 ways to go. 2 spelled left, 2 spelled with T. This is T-O.
Well, you know.
Left or right? Sausage Man said to himself, right is the right way to go, but it was definitely the wrong way.
Oh.
And the bee was turning around the corner, and Sausage Man noticed it. And here's a picture of him saying, go, 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 with his arm kind of doing this like animatic kind of thing. Like, it looks almost like we were trying to show motion, or more likely he didn't.
You just didn't erase something?
I think he just erased.
Does he have like a gun in his hand there?
No, he's just got a hand with fingers.
You know what I love about B is that the last episode I was in for, there was a little bit more backstory with Spiky Sausage.
Samurai
but we just get into B is the villain. Just straight up, this is a B.
is the villain.
Putting sausage in a headlock. There's no need for a backstory.
Exactly. He's like Michael Myers, this bee. We don't need to know his backstory.
Right.
So Sausage Man went through the air vent. Very diehard.
Yeah.
He felt the wind rushing through his face. Nice. It was pitch black inside when Sausage Man turned his sausage light on, and it brightened up the whole air vent. This is like Die Hard.
When did you watch? When did Die Hard come out?
You had to have been familiar.
I had to have been familiar with Die Hard at this point, right? He was kind of glad that he escaped.
He's out of the building now?
But he knew he would have to face this bee sooner or later.
So
he just basically saw the bee, went, oh shit, and then like went up the air vent. I guess the bee didn't see him, is my guess. This time there were many ways to go in the air vent. What? Okay. So he's in an air vent now. Sausage Man.
Sorry, can you show us that photo?
Oh, here he is in an air vent. Come out to the kosher if you last.
Okay, so he's the size of an air vent, and yet also the size of a block or a story.
I guess this must be like a small sausage-like building.
You know what though? Even in
That's fair.
a stressful situation, he's still got a little smile.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sausage Man chose to go straight until he stopped because there was a screen in the air vent. He looked through it and saw many terrified hostages. He was about to go through the vent, but the bee went through it. Sausage Man crawled as fast as he could, back the way he came. The bee heard him and shot stingers at him, but he missed. Wait, what the fuck is going on?
Sausage Man a real coward in
Dude,
this
he's being a
episode.
fucking...
Yeah, what happened?
Let me see the bee again. I just want
This
to
bee is really
show me the
hoeing
bee on the cover.
Sausage Man here, dude.
I want to see the bee's
I
face.
mean, B is basically Thanos here.
The bee's smiling too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I went to go look back. I was like, how scary is this bee?
Bee's just
The
smiling.
bee's very pretty.
The bee's very pretty.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like the Bumblebee man on Telemundo.
A little bit.
Hey, listeners, do you like spooky stories?
I bet they do.
Well, then we have a podcast reco for you.
Oh, I'm excited to tell them all about this.
Me too. I suggest that you give a listen to the Magnus Archives, a multi-award winning horror podcast boasting Audioverse Awards, a British Fantasy Award, and a Webby honoree.
Oh, absolutely. It's a weekly horror fiction anthology podcast examining what lurks in the archives of the Magnus Institute, an organization dedicated to researching the esoteric and the weird.
That's right. Join new head archivist Jonathan Sims as he attempts to bring a seemingly neglected collection of supernatural statements up to date, converting them to audio and supplementing them with follow-up work from his small but dedicated team.
It's a wonderfully terrifying horror anthology that explores your deepest fears and builds into an epic plot.
And it's an exciting time to start listening, because after the conclusion of an epic 200-episode metaplot, the Magnus Archives has now returned with a hit sequel, The Magnus Protocol. So if you're looking for more scary stories,
And I know that you are.
then search for the Magnus Archives wherever you listen to your podcasts, or visit rustyquill.com for more information.
The bee is very pretty.
Okay, so they...
Why did you say that?
Look at him.
Wait a second. I'm so confused here.
Matt,
the
do
bee
you,
heard
not,
him.
do you not have eyes?
The bee heard...
The bee is very pretty.
So matter of
It's like a Ralph Wiggum thing to say. The bee is very pretty.
Okay, the bee heard him and shot stingers at him. But what's confusing is there's two bees. So is there more than one
Yeah,
bee?
maybe-
Maybe it's the bee and he has bee henchmen.
Yeah, queen bee.
Yeah, okay, here we go. The bee said to two other bees, go see what that was. Because they heard Sausage Man crawling. Meanwhile, Sausage Man was crawling for his life and went through the opening of the vent. The bee saw Sausage Man. This is a quote from Sausage Man. Oh, great. Just what I need. More bees.
This is a good issue.
They shot a bunch of stingers at Sausage Man, but Sausage Man leaned backward like he was playing limbo and moved his arms faster than he ever had and dodged all of the stingers. Oh, clearly
So
Matrix.
now we're also-
this is
yeah.
the Matrix. Look at, they even have like the
Yeah.
fucking like the little...
I like how you're not calling it out, though.
The speed
He
wiggle.
bent backwards like he was doing the limbo.
Yeah.
No, here we go.
Oh.
The bee said, that's impossible. Sausage Man said, I learned this little trick from the Matrix.
Nice.
He did a front flip in midair, jumped up again and did the splits and hit the bees both in the face. I learned that trick from my friend Jackie Sausage. Obviously, a Jackie Chan reference there.
It would have to be like Jackie Ham or something.
And look at him. He did here's the front
Oh,
flip.
Jackie Ham's
And then he
good.
did a full fucking
Yeah.
split to knock these two bees out.
Now, by the way, before we go to the next page, it occurred to me the other week when we were talking about which film everyone should be Muppets in.
Yeah.
If it was The Matrix, and I just needed to get you to sign off on this, Agent Smith.
Oh, do you want me to guess or do you want
I
to
want you to guess who is perfect because it occurred to me.
Just off the look, Sam Eagle would be it.
Exactly right. Okay.
Okay.
Just want to make sure we were simpatico on that.
Next, okay, so he said, I learned this trick from Jackie Sausage, knocks both these guys out. And then he says, Sausage Man turned around and another bee said, Jackie Sausage this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. I think he's about to get fucked up.
Second to last page here.
No, not quite yet.
Oh,
We have 3
oh.
more. The bee punched Sausage Man in the face. Sausage Man got up and said, is that supposed to hurt?
Damn.
Sausage Man shot a sausage beam at the bee and he went flying back to the wall. Then Sausage Man put sleeping powder on top of the bees and they were soon fast asleep.
He drugged him.
What's the name of the Batman villain? Scarecrow. He scarecrowed his
Yeah, I
ass.
guess so.
Then Sausage Man went to the room where the leader bee was. And look at these two looking like they're about to beat the shit out of each other. Just smiling.
They're smiling.
Just smiling. The bee saw Sausage Man and said he will kill another hostage if Sausage Man took another step toward him. Sausage Man said, calm down. No reason to kill anyone. The bee motioned. Yeah, chill out, bro. The bee motioned to kill another sausage, but Sausage Man was faster and hit the bee with a sausage spike. The bee fell to the ground and lied there on the floor. Then Sausage Man took the hostages to their homes, and then Sausage Man heard the police coming. Well, they were late.
A little
yeah,
bit.
he got
That's
up
not
to
rated.
a lot.
Sausage Man said, "Oh, what a great help they have been."
Oh, wow.
Here's the bee knocked out. It looks like the bee has a black eye.
Yeah.
And then this is the last page.
Yeah.
Now here we go. Him being defiant. Once again, Sausage Man had saved the day, but there can always be a call for Sausage Man. And there he is.
Yeah.
Being-
And there he is.
There he is, now free from the bush. He did let somebody die, I have to say.
He's got a body on him.
That's right, dude. This guy's got blood on his hands. Hero? I think not.
Crazy.
I want to see him in the bush.
Dude,
one more
watch him in
time.
the bush. It's really funny. I think that's page 3.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that shit, dude. He's like literally just his head poking out of a bush. It's so funny.
Wow, he's watching someone die.
Considering that he learned how to move
Oh shit!
like
So funny.
That's
Neo in the
crazy.
Matrix and Jackie Chan and is hiding behind that bush.
I love it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hope that body comes back to haunt him.
I know, dude. I want. Yeah, exactly. I want that like Tony Stark
a
arc.
redemption.
Next time, it looks like we've got Sausage Man and Samurai Sausage's secret recipe.
That doesn't sound that interesting, I have to say.
Well, neither
Sounds
did
diabolical.
Sausage and the Bee, to be honest.
Yeah, this guy's like,
My-
they're going to cook some soup.
Well, there's 2 left, and they both look pretty chunky. So let's consider these the
I want to
guess
see
the
something. How?
end game.
We'll
and-
share them.
how
Oh, yeah, your Infinity
War,
War.
Infinity War, yeah.
With multiple different sausage.
And look, eventually when we run out of these, I encourage our viewers to write their own Sausage Mans in the comments.
Yeah,
and we
that's
can-
true.
Yeah.
the
Who would be a good
multi-universe.
I want to hear a
The
bee
multiverse.
backstory, actually. I want the
I don't,
prequel
man.
to that.
See, this is the problem
Rise
with
of
Hollywood
the Bee?
nowadays. You don't
No.
need to know the backstory.
I do want to
I
know
wanna know
bees.
We don't need to see Joker.
That is one thing I found very refreshing about Twisters. No connective tissue to Twister really whatsoever
great.
aside from Dorothy.
Who would be a good foe for Sausage Man to have to face? Because we had a ninja, we had a spiky sausage, we had
Like, what's the
bee,
opposite of sausage? A salad? Salad man.
turkey sausage.
Tofu.
Yeah, I was about to say like a vegan sausage man.
Oh.
Turkey sausage.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not vegan.
What about like a
No,
skillet?
you're right. Yeah, yeah.
You're doing the thing that my southern family does. You can eat turkey, right?
You can eat turkey. Right? That's fine. The same thing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out. So
Rock
far,
that
it's
nut.
funny that it's bee.
I love bee.
Yeah.
So far the villain's been spiky sausage, ninja sausage, and bee.
And
Samurai
bee.
sausage.
And samurai sausage is his pal.
But one of them is a ball now, right?
One
Samurai
of them is a
sausage
sushi
ball.
He's like a sushi ball, I guess.
So sushi ball.
So
Yeah.
rogue sausages and so far
a
bugs.
bee.
Yeah.
But there are, I mean,
I
there
saw
is an
another
issue.
one. I saw one as well. Yeah.
I mean, can I tease it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Attack of the Peacocks.
Whoa! I have an idea of where that
Now
came from.
that.
Maybe a dog. A dog would be fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
shot enough episodes of things in your parents' backyard to know that you had a peacock-full
Yeah.
youth.
That I did have a lot of
Southern
peacocks.
California, they got a lot of peacocks out here in certain areas. It's pretty crazy.
I think a dog would be fun. I don't know.
A
We'll
dog
figure-
would be good because dogs love sausages.
Mhm.
They
And
do.
it is a hot dog.
There's that old Aesop fable about the dog. You know that one? Does he have a sausage in his mouth or just like a pork chop? He go to the bridge.
He can't open his mouth.
He go to the
Get
bridge
them.
and he's got a pork chop in his mouth, and then he looks in the water and sees his reflection. He sees another dog with one, and he's like, I want that one too. So he barks at him, falls in the water, and he loses his meat.
I see.
Then he loses his meat.
Who's the main villain in the hot dog? Isn't it
Well, there was
Pam?
Pam was, but then she's sort of, one of my tropes that I always love is when
The villain.
the villain
Yeah.
is like, you really hate that villain.
Yeah.
But then the bigger villain comes and you're like, and then like they all kind of
You
like,
Fast and the Furious did.
yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because then toward the end, it was revealed that the Chili Pope was Chili Pope.
It really is very similar.
I think we should just merge the two
I
universes.
had a whole-
Oh, the crossover.
I had a whole
The
backstory
century.
about the
He should
the,
pop up in Hot Dog.
the Chili Wars. Yeah, there's a whole Chili Wars thing. It's really good.
Maybe this is the time to bring it back.
This show
Honestly?
is the place to do anything that
Yeah.
it doesn't work anywhere
Is
else.
Bob Hunter's the place where we just bring back the hot dog?
Well, 'cause
we
you wouldn't
probably
have to
wouldn't
do
do
animation.
animation.
Yeah,
We'd
exactly.
just do
Yeah.
audio. Yeah.
Matt,
Ah.
you do animations?
Well, I made the mail time truck drive across the screen. Speaking of,
Oh,
It's mail time. Yay!
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hop along, guys.
Yeah.
I hope someone's doing this at home.
Yeah.
Well, it's mail time. If you want to give us a call, that's 818-275-4585 or give us an email at AskWatcherPods@gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Speaking of music, I know I'm cutting you off completely.
Hey, you're my boss.
I randomly just pulled my guitar out the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun. Why am I not filling my life with more music, like just instruments and stuff? Should we do a band?
What was the song?
Should we do a band?
What was the song you did it for? Because I do that sometimes.
I just write my own stuff.
What?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not good. It's not good. It's just for my own creative. What do you call it? Expression.
You'll be happy to know we have a guitar right here.
My name
bring it
is
out.
Steven, and I like to say I like to play Valorant every day.
He does a
very
rap
nice.
for some reason
With the guitar.
like the Will Ferrell devil sketch.
Oh my God, with Garth Brooks, that's one of my.
It's one of my favorite sketches
Oh
of all
my
time.
God.
Fast car
On the highway, on the byway, Mr. Robotron.
I've never heard that before.
It's
Fred got
Incredible.
slacks.
Incredible sketch where Garth Brooks is playing a guy trying to write a hit song, and he just like opines out loud. He's like, "Man, I'd sell my soul to the devil for a good song." And then Will Ferrell appears, and he's like, "You called?" And then he just starts pitching him songs, and he's like,
And they're all
these
horrible.
aren't good."
They're all so bad.
He's like, "What about this?"
He keeps complaining that the guitar gets out of tune. Son of a bitch! Why does this
human
guitar
in
keep
you.
getting out of tune?
It's so funny.
Bye, guys. I just got bit by the love bag.
It's driving me mad.
Oh,
Dude, I'm gonna watch that shit right after
go
this.
look up SNL Garth Brooks.
so
Also,
Devils.
one last to put a button on that. The one thing about that sketch is the song that Garth Brooks sings at the end is not a song that he actually has sung. He just, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
It's like a legitimately good sounding. I wish there was a full version of the song.
It's just a little twangy, something or other.
I think it's like something like Devil Couldn't Write a Love Song.
yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good.
I was like, that is pretty good.
Have you seen the Garth Brooks Facebook video?
No.
Okay, so a while back he announced his Facebook account and it went viral. But I think you should see it. It doesn't need to be watched.
I really wasn't sure about this at the start.
Just heard.
Then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that. But I'm already finding out on my own. So it's wiping the walls out between you and me. And I really like that.
Oh, shit.
It allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room. When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this.
Oh, my God. That's
This is
awesome.
just who I am.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
God damn, dude. Spitting hot fire.
Also, I need to memorize that whole
Can
thing.
we
Dude,
please
that's so good.
say the Garth Brooks' first Facebook post and video, and then a dash, and it says amazing, authentic, and transparent! Exclamation point.
I want to post cool stuff,
Raw stuff.
slick stuff.
I need to take that for the beginning of the Podwatcher song. Let the conversation begin. We'll leave that in. I am such a fan of this video. I can't believe you.
I haven't.
I think I've seen it a very long time ago, but it's
so
not,
good.
it's not something that's stuck in my head. Now it will be. Sometimes you watch something and you're like, that's funny. I love that. But then it really takes someone being like, no, I love this so
There's
much.
something very special about
Yeah. When you recognize that someone is obsessed with it, it becomes all the more meaningful to you.
Oh,
God,
it's-
that's great.
It's incredibly good. Speaking of slick stuff, raw stuff, we got some good questions here.
Great.
We were teasing and talking about nightmares before, so I do have an email from the undercover Sam Squanch. Just had a crazy nightmare and currently listening to y'all to chill out. To be brief, basically there was some sort of drug or infection being spread through people and made them kind of mindless, violent killers, only driven to spread the disease or kill everyone around them. I had to use all of my dream skills to protect me and my wife. I tried to fight them all John Wick style to keep them from spreading the disease and killing others. I killed dozens of people.
Wow.
I ended up dying in a pile of people all stabbing me with broken glass bottles. And then I woke up.
Lordy.
So it made me wonder, what is your worst nightmare? As in the scariest dream, and secondly, as in worst nightmare in awake life?
Well, that sounds a little heavy.
Like sitting down with diarrhea and realizing there's no toilet paper. Anyway, love y'all. Can't wait for the new Ghost Files. Keep it up. The Undercover Sam Squanch.
Sam, it sounds like you're describing zombies.
Yeah, in that dream for sure. There's zombie lives.
Mindless,
Certainly.
violent killers, only driven to spread the disease is how they were
I
described.
feel like if you're at home, it's not your worst nightmare isn't having diarrhea and having no toilet paper because you could just go take a shower, right?
That's true. That's true.
I guess being out.
You still
Or
gotta
use a
like
towel.
You gotta like duck waddle over to the shower.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I guess in public that would be bad though.
In public, that's no good.
Yeah, so if you want to keep your own worst nightmare in wake life private, you can just say a nightmare that you've had that really messes you up.
I'll get mine out of the way because I think I've mentioned it on the pod before, but the worst nightmare I've ever had is that I was shot to death in a parking garage. I was alone and I fell between the cars in the darkness and I bled out.
Any backstory of why these people shot
No,
you?
it's just a guy walked up to me and shot me in the head.
That's probably more
Or
scary.
like it might have been the gut or the chest and I just fell between the cars and nobody could hear me. And I couldn't scream because I think he just shot me in the chest so my lungs were filling up with blood.
I'm sure you made a pretty
That's
funny
crazy.
noise when you got shot, though. Just,
Whoa!
Did he say like, "Hey Shane" or something? You turned around
When did you wake up? Like, because I would in that
I think
situation, I
I
usually wake up.
died and then I woke
when
up.
you get shot.
Yeah, I wake up when I die, usually in a dream.
There was, it's funny because Sarah never really seems to, she doesn't really talk in her sleep or anything. There was one night though, like a year or two ago, where she was clearly having some kind of nightmare where I don't know what was going on, but she was like, ah, like she was actively like trying to scream. And they say like, don't wake up a person with a nightmare. 'Cause that's bullshit. So I just like kind of like shook her a little and she just immediately so content, so calm. She was like, what's up? And I was like, were you having a nightmare? And she was like, I don't think so.
That's kind
And
of
then she just fell
eerie.
back
It's a little
asleep.
eerie.
Yeah. It was real weird. It was really funny. And then the next morning I was like, do you remember that? And she was like, no, I don't remember you waking me up. I don't remember anything.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is scary.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, the scariest nightmare I've had is the one I always have, which is I'm driving and then I try and hit the brakes and
Yeah.
the car doesn't stop.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. And then I always end with the car
Like
crashing.
in Man of the House starring Chevy Chase. Yeah.
Never seen that.
Mm.
Never seen it.
That's the one with the Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
That's right. Yeah.
Doesn't
hold up.
Yeah, that's probably the scariest one. Because all the other ones are like that are scary. At least they have like a fun story. Like there's a zombie outbreak, or in one case there was a giant snake that was like attacking LA.
Do you find comedy in that when you're sleeping? Like
No, not in the moment, but when I wake up, it's like that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I saw the snake eat Shane.
Steven, have
and
you
his,
ever been
like tennis shoes were kicking out of its mouth?
You ever been killed in one of your dreams?
All the time.
Oh.
I mentioned this earlier. I have only nightmares. Maybe one good dream out of like 1,000.
That's probably the ratio for me as well.
I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a stressed out boy. But
I think we can say that's definitely true.
yeah, that's probably definitely true.
Yeah.
But I have the break one. I have the school one where you wake up and you haven't taken.
That's
like,
a classic.
I have the losing teeth one. I have all the classic ones. I think the one that always freaks me out the most is when I'm being chased. Because when I'm being chased, I'm running in my dream all night.
Oh.
And when I wake up, I'm so tired as if I just ran a marathon.
I get the thing where when I'm running in a dream, like my body becomes like heavy as lead and I like sort of get pulled down to the ground. I'm like, I can't move. But now I've gotten that so many times that at least like half the time that's happening, after a little while, I'll be like, oh, I'm dreaming, you know? And not that I'm like snapped into lucidity at that point, but it's usually enough for like whatever part of my brain is still barely online to be like, you can chill out a little bit. This is a dream.
Actually, I had a really
Speak on that.
crazy dream recently.
Yeah.
Where we were on the Ghost Files tour. It was weird because it was not a venue. It was like an outdoor, like people. It was like people in a park.
Cool.
And people were like sitting on like, you know, like on like picnic blankets kind of vibe.
Picnic blankets.
You were on stage and it was like, all right, let's start the show. I don't know where Ryan is. And I was like, I'm over here. I was like, I'm trying to get to the stage. I can't move. and like it was like I was trapped in like some sort of invisible box, and I was like screaming like I am here, and then people were starting to boo, and
they were booing me.
No, they were booing the fact
all
that I
because
wasn't.
of you.
Yeah, they were like, "Where? He's not showing up to the show," and I was like, "I'm right here. I want to.
I mean, that almost happened.
That did almost happen.
Midsummer
in
Scream.
Vegas?
No, Midsummer.
I read the wrong call time, and I thought, and luckily I was there early for what I thought was going to be early for.
You arrived. 1 minute before we were
Dude, that was so nerve-wracking. That felt like a stress stream. I've never.
Have we not talked about this?
Have we talked about this story?
Not on the podcast, but
we were at this convention called Midsummer Scream. Really fun for horror
really
fans
fun
out there.
convention.
It's over in Long Beach.
It'd be fun to do that again.
We should.
That was really fun.
But I think we were doing a BuzzFeed Unsolved either live show or panel. I can't recall which one it was. Anyways, they give you a call time of what time you're supposed to be there, and I for whatever reason just read it wrong, and I left though with enough time that I would be early for what I thought was my call time, which in fact, if I had not done that, I would have just completely missed the show.
It was like a full 2 hours.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah. It was crazy.
I was there like 2 hours before the show.
That was what I was aiming for. And so I just remember I got a text or a call from Shane or somebody. I think maybe was it you or was it like.
It's either me or Katie, because I think Katie was.
Yeah. And, they were like, "Hey, where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I said something alarming, like something like, oh, just get in the car, something along that." And then I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" And so we realized that I needed to be there like pretty soon, and I was still on the road, and I was in the car with my mom and my dad, and it became clear that this was going to be a very, very close call to when I needed to even be on stage.
You guys were like
in the green room,
getting on the road at like 45 minutes before.
It was fucking crazy, dude.
We were supposed to be on stage. And
I just remember
probably a 30 to probably 40 to 70-minute drive, depending on traffic.
It was insanity. And and the GPS said we were going to get there pretty much exactly at showtime, and that doesn't include parking. It doesn't include any of this stuff.
And it's a big convention center.
And so when we got off, when we were getting close, we had actually made up some time. And then the off ramp to get to the convention center, I just remember seeing a line of cars like to get off the off ramp. And I was like, oh my God.
And the audience is all seated. The room is full. I'm backstage. All of the tech people and the people running the show, they were like, where is...
There's probably like 700, 800 people to sit in there.
Yeah.
And I got out of the car. I realized there's no way I'm going to make it on those wheels.
Yeah.
And I ran pretty much off the off ramp, located a scooter.
Yeah.
And scooted and I was on the phone with the people from the venue. And they're like, "We'll meet
Kendall Roy style.
We'll meet you out. They're like, "We'll meet you in the loading bay." And I was like, "Okay." So I got to the loading bay on the scooter. They handed me a microphone off as I was like walking off the scooter. I walked through the backstage area and walked onto stage.
God.
Like, and that was it. Like no one knew any the better. I just remember being so relieved that I was on stage. A night that actually felt like a stress dream. That was actually maybe the most stressful experience.
That was a waking nightmare.
It was a true waking nightmare.
And it was very funny because when we left, because Ryan stayed to like bop around the convention a little bit.
Yeah.
Which everyone else did before our showtime.
Yeah.
We walked out to the loading bay and we just saw his little scooter parked in the middle of the parking lot. It was very funny. I have a photo of it.
Man, what a whiff. The switch up of thinking, going from like, I'll get there a little early, just to see the convention floor, hang out in the green room.
You were being responsible.
Well, I was like, I don't like stress like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get there early. So in one phone call, switching from I'm going to be there early, get to see some stuff on the convention, to I might not make the show over the course of like a 2-minute phone call was like the most terrifying thing.
I was ready to vamp. I was really ready I was ready to hop out there and do my one-man show.
Anyways, this dream was the delayed version of that, I guess. Because I never dreamed about that, but recently I did have this dream of like Ghost Files in the park, and I was trapped in a little invisible box, and I couldn't get to stage. Terrifying.
Well, that'll never happen on the Ghost Files line.
You don't have any invisible boxes with you?
No.
Because I was screaming.
Karaoke bar.
Screaming.
No one could hear me. It was like that scene at the end of Interstellar when he's just screaming at Murph.
Yeah.
Banging on the walls.
books.
Murph.
I was banging on that wall.
As you were telling that story, I started to think of my 2 awake nightmares. Should I share them? Here's the first one. we talked about wedding rings the other day, right? And like why I don't wear them.
Yeah.
And I realized why I don't wear this. It's because my nightmare is that it gets stuck, and because it goes in so easily. But like this,
just twist it.
I feel like I can't breathe when I'm.
Twist.
Yeah. Okay. Great. It's coming off now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Isn't that like? Are you scared you're gonna?
I'm only scared of degloving my finger like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, you really seem to be scared of degloving.
It does
What does
not seem
degloving
fun.
mean?
It's when like what happened to Jimmy Fallon is like he had his ring on. I don't know if he like tripped or what.
He must have fell.
He basically like fell and his ring caught the side of the counter
Oh.
and pulled up his skin real fast. So it basically like pulled the skin off.
Okay,
of his finger.
that is definitely
Like
what
imagine
nightmares
like
are made of.
imagine like a glove like
Yeah.
like
Taking your skin off like a glove.
like a glove.
Like Arnold did in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Don't love that.
Yeah. So that's my fear with it. But luckily I'm right-handed, so I'm not,
Degloving is so viscerally gross.
Yeah, degloving, sloughing, things of this nature.
Fuck
You know,
is
actually, this another one that
Sloughing.
those metal straws.
Yeah.
I went through a phase where I was like, I can stop doing plastic straws. I'll do metal straws. But then I heard these stories of people drinking and then falling over and then it like piercing their throat.
That's like that Cronenberg film. I think it was The Dead Zone, where there's this guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, scissors.
Steven, there's a movie where this guy takes scissors and like basically vice grips them to this table so that the pointy end is sticking up. And then he takes his hands, puts them behind his head, and then just like slams himself into the scissors.
I didn't see that movie for
with
the
his
first
mouth
time
open.
until a few years ago. Spectacular.
It's crazy, dude.
It's one of the last great, like, Chris Walken. Chris Walken's good in a lot of things, but he sort of became a character.
It's like
at
his
some
last
point.
leading role, essentially.
And he's
before
like,
he locked into
Yeah,
being
yeah. He's
the
still,
Al Pacino-ness.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
In those scenes, are you wide-eyed open watching it, or do you shut your eyes? 'Cause
Well, Cronenberg in that one, he cuts away before anything brutal happens, but just the pure image of him going toward it is
also
like
something
really,
that's genius about that scene. The guy who's doing the head banging is wearing this like big rubber-ish suit, so that
like a raincoat.
so that when he makes movements to push his to get momentum, you hear like the like you could almost like hear the suit tightening as he's like moving his head
great
back.
stuff.
Cronenberg, a master of body horror.
Of body horror.
And Walken looking great in that thing. Just a great aesthetic.
Yeah.
His big pea coat, his cane,
Big wrap on his head.
a big wrap on his
He's
head.
got the big fucking
Oh yeah. Because he
gauze on his head.
Yeah.
The ice is gonna break. Another question?
sounds
Let's get
good.
another question.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth. So I have insomnia, so I thought I'd call. I've been thinking about it, so I was like, why not?
Why not?
Anyway, fun fact, I'm kind of from where near where Shane's from. I'm from Elmhurst. and I've
Elmhurst.
been to Schaumburg a few times.
Beautiful.
So
town.
every time Schaumburg's mentioned, it's kind of like that Leonardo DiCaprio thing, where he's pointing like that little gif. Anyway, what animal do you guys wish had been domesticated?
Oh.
Personally, I think it would be cool to have like bears, little domesticated bears. I think that would be
What if
cool.
they were domesticated?
impossible.
So anyway, I'm gonna try to sleep again. Love you guys. You guys are great. All right. Bye.
Thanks,
Well,
Elizabeth.
thanks, Elizabeth.
I wish
Hope
you well
sleep
on your
well.
sleepness
Yeah.
journey.
I-
Sleep journey there.
One quick thing for the sleep, because I've been on my sleep journey this year. One thing I found that worked really well. There's this YouTube video of this lady talking about how you should look. I'm not great at
She's
talking
an
planning
Faster, man. You gotta
stuff.
talk fast.
She's in a bee costume.
Yeah.
She's just like
Slathering honey all
she's
over
saying
herself.
very like what am I trying to say? She's like telling you to have your legs.
What does she actually say? Is she like, go to sleep, you naughty boy? What does she say?
She has like
No, okay, so she's like, okay, now breathe. She's like giving breathing exercises and then like having you like focus on each part of your body and then relaxing it.
A body scan.
It's
got body
something
scan?
like that. Yeah.
That's what they
and
call
that's
it
been
now,
helping. But it's also like
We
her
use a
voice is
blanket
very
term.
relaxing too, which helps me to sleep.
Blanket term would be meditation.
It is a meditative practice, and it's been really helping me a lot to sleep.
That sounds good.
Of all the things that I've tried, that's like the one thing that's been helping a lot. So.
I think in the past I have tried to use they've got those apps that they have, like, is Calm one?
Calm, Insight Timer.
Yeah, but then you have to wear AirPods though, right?
That doesn't bother me none. I usually sleep on my side, and if I fall asleep, I tend to stay on that side.
That's nice.
Sometimes if I do that, I'll put an AirPod in on the side that I'm not laying on.
It doesn't like hurt your ears over the course of the night, like in terms of just like
I never roll over on the other side, and usually
even without rolling though, there's no fatigue.
I sort of wake up a little bit. I put the timer on. No, there's no fatigue with it in the ear. I've heard people say like, "Don't do that; it's really bad for you."
But I just can't. If I wear AirPods for longer than like 4 hours, if I'm working or something, my ears will start to get a little sore.
Doesn't hurt me none. I do have the very small little niblets in there though, so it's
Nice.
not like taking up too much space. But I'll usually like kind of rustle out of my sleep at some point in the night and just be like, no, yeah, I'm done with that, and just put it on my nightstand.
There's a product called Neuro Sleep. They're like mints. They also make gum for like that has caffeine. Actually, they were one of the people that helped invest in Watcher and helped to start the company way back.
I was going to say, I remember the first couple shoots of Watcher. There's just like
everyone
gum
the gum for your
It wasn't
brain.
sponsored. It was just that they were giving us stuff and it was helping us stay awake.
But everyone on the crew
You want some neuro gum? It's brain gum.
6 months was just
brain
chomping brain
But
gum.
they made a sleep product that I've been using, and that's helped a lot.
Yeah. By the way,
very, very sleepy.
I will put the sleep video in the link in the video, so if you want to go to it.
Oh, good.
I just sent it to Matt, so
Is the video
you have it as
age-gated,
well. It's not. Well, I also am putting it out there so to prove that I'm not I only get through like 5 minutes of the video, so maybe the last 3 minutes are crazy. I
think about this because you're just sometimes so innocent that you don't think about how things sound.
Oh, for sure. Well, the thing is, it's happened to me a lot,
I need to
by
sleep,
the way.
I watch this video with a woman in it.
She gives me instructions about what to do with my body.
When I start talking and I start thinking about what I'm saying, then it gets worse, right?
Yeah,
I'm
because you slow down and everybody's on the edge of their seat.
Anyways, let's get to this question about what animal would you like to be
What
domesticated?
animal would you like to be domesticated?
A bear is insane.
Well, yes, but you have to take this with at face value and assume that it will be fully domesticated.
But I mean,
in the sense that like you wouldn't be afraid to get a dog because
But dogs that are domesticated every now and then go a little nuts and then use the full force of however big that dog is. If that, I have to imagine where that's the case for this bear, right? There will be every now and then a bear that's like, hey, wait a second, I'm a bear. If it's existing in the reality in which we are in which nothing could be fully domesticated, or there will be every now and then a slip up. A bear slip up is not a slip up. That's a fucking big ass killing machine.
But people do that anyway.
And
the likelihood of the domestication is much, much higher. The frequency of
you're not going to get them to budge on
much.
Imagine like a world of Pokemon, where
if you could have any animal perfectly domesticated, what would it be? That's the question.
Like an otter or something.
Otter's pretty good.
Otters are crazy.
Yeah, crazy, dude. A beaver.
Beaver would be good.
You get 10 beavers on your side.
Yeah, I could get some stuff done.
How about a red panda?
Panda would be good.
Let's go red panda in particular.
Small.
You know red panda?
No.
Matt, pull up red panda so Ryan can see this guy. You'll recognize him.
Oh yeah,
it's basically like Tanuki Mario,
like the movie Red.
Turning Red.
Yes, Turning Red.
Turning
Red is with all the old people.
Those guys are huge though. I loved Turning Red, by the way.
I never saw it.
I loved it. Really related to it. I like these little guys.
They're really cute.
My head went to utilitarian, so I would love like a big bird that could fly me anywhere.
Well, now you're just making things up.
Yeah,
wait, why?
An existing.
Are you talking about like a golden eagle? Could a golden eagle lift a Stephen?
What's the biggest bird that can fly?
It's probably a golden eagle.
The talons would kill him too.
Golden eagle carrying weight.
The albatross. Are they real? They're not even real anymore, right?
Is albatross extinct? I thought albatross was still out there.
I guess it's domesticated.
What about this Corey bustard? I just looked up heaviest bird capable of flight. They can weigh up to 20 kilograms, so they're not. Yeah, they're pretty small.
That's super small.
We can get 5 of them.
Maybe an elephant.
Carry
an elephant
me.
would be cool.
You know, like a chocobo? Is that what you're talking about? Anyone know the chocobo?
What's a chocobo?
All right, turn that. Cut that.
Chocobo.
And look, we
Chocobo is like a big emu ostrich bird from the Final Fantasy series.
Chocobo. Are they in?
Sounds like you're saying
Fantasy
chocobo
VII?
in like a British accent.
Final
a lot
Fantasy
of them,
Seven.
Final
I've
Fantasy.
only ever played Final Fantasy VIII.
No, elephant would probably be pretty cool, actually.
Elephant would be cool. They paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have funerals. They, and look, we're not gonna, this is a fictional world here. It's a hypothetical where we would all own elephants and it would be totally fine.
Yeah, I think like a domestication, like I don't feel bad for owning a dog, but I do disagree with like the kind of enslavement of elephants.
Or domesticating even a beaver would
the
be not
most
good.
exciting part.
We were talking about it's okay.
The most exciting part to me about the Jurassic Park novel is at the beginning of it when they're showing off the tiny elephants. Do you remember that?
No.
It's like they didn't put it in the movie, obviously, because it would probably look insane. But they're John Hammond and in general, doing a tech demo.
I see.
About some of the engineering they've been doing, and they reveal like a little tiny elephant the size of a dog.
That's funny.
And I was like, I've always wanted a little tiny elephant ever since reading that.
I just want to know if a human can ride a bear, because that would be what I would want.
Oh my God.
That would be so cool.
That's the most horrific, just intimidating thing I could possibly think of.
Right? I roll up on a bear.
I fuck that, man. I'm out.
What was
out.
I was watching the behind the scenes of Our Planet the other night, and they
Our Planet?
On Netflix, the show that's
or was it like Planet Earth kind of?
Planet Earth, but Netflix version, and they wear like chainmail that can't be bitten when they go and film the sharks and stuff.
That's a good call.
I'd probably wear that if I was riding a bear, just in case.
Like yeah. Like sometimes they have those in restaurants when you're chopping a lot.
Yeah.
You ever wear one of those? You do some chopping and wear one of those? You got a chainmail glove?
I just chop slow because I'm scared.
Yeah. It's funny to watch this season of Weird Wonderful World that just aired because in the episode where at Moonwater Farm and Ryan, the woman hands Ryan a lemon to cut. And Ryan takes a knife and puts it on top of the lemon and just starts pushing down.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
Like he's never.
That's how I cut things, man. It's like that other episode. I think this hasn't come out yet. We're talking about cutting pineapples.
That's
episode 40, I believe.
It is? No, I thought it was in top 5 beatdown. Either way.
I don't remember.
Oh, you talk about no, it's in the last episode of the podcast. You talk about not knowing how to cut a pineapple
You just cut it.
or an onion.
I just fucking
Honestly,
cut
a 30-minute YouTube video on how to cut with a knife will save you like years of time.
Yeah.
it. I'm not cutting things that often though. When I cut them, I just go for it.
Well,
Yeah, but if you lose a finger,
Nah, dude, I do this.
You do that? Well, that's good.
That's
if
okay.
you're doing the
Yeah,
claw,
yeah.
that's
I do the claw.
part
so
of it.
what was your
Yeah.
answer for? You said otter, beaver.
I guess
Pick one.
I guess an elephant.
Yeah.
Oh no, beaver. Beaver would be great because then I could see him slap his tail around.
Beavers
the house.
are really cool. I would go. No, I want something. I would stick with red panda. Red panda. He'd be cuddly.
Steven, you
That's
said
so
some
cute.
sort of fictional bird.
fictional or real? A bird that could
They could fly for you.
fly.
like a Lord of the Rings bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the eagle.
Yeah.
Those fucking guys.
I want to
Yeah.
be able to get from point A to point B by flight.
I read something the other day where someone was making some case for why those eagles don't help out in Lord of the Rings more.
People have
You know-
been spinning their wheels.
You know
on
that thing where people are always like, why didn't the eagles just do it the whole time? You know? But the
Yes,
other
after
day,
Frodo and Sam make it to Mount.
after they make it to Mount Doom and get the ring in there, then the eagles save them and pick them up. And people are like, why didn't the eagles just drop the fucking rings in there?
I'm not big on my rings lore. I've only seen those movies maybe once or twice.
You know what I do every now and then is and
wanna see
this
the
is like
extended.
every 5 to 10 years, you queue up the extended editions.
I want to see those.
And you watch them almost like a TV show.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
watch like anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes a night. You find a spot that feels like this is a good stopping point. You stop and you just do that for like a few weeks or, however long you want to
That's kinda
space it
fun.
out. It's really fun and it works really well.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some sort of like time code to stop them at if you looked on Reddit
Yeah.
or something.
And then you get to the Battle of Helm's Deep and you're like, all right, baby,
That's fucking
let's watch an hour and a
sick,
half of this.
dude.
God,
Full
that
throttle.
fucking rules.
That video game was so much fun too.
I never played
The
that.
Two Towers video game on
Was it good?
PS2. Oh, it's Beautiful.
Really good?
So good.
Do you play through the Battle of Helm's Deep?
You do.
Whoa.
You could do the whole Legolas like sliding down
who
the
do you
ladder.
play
I
as?
know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
That sounds
Wait, who do you
fun.
play as?
You could play as any.
You jump around.
You could jump around, but like there
Oh,
is.
cool.
I know you could do the Legolas.
So you're the whole crew.
Yeah,
Multiplayer, right?
it's multiplayer co-op.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
It's pretty awesome.
Anyway, hey, what a week here on Pod Watcher. You know we're going to be back next week, but until then, if you haven't subscribed, give us a subscribe wherever you're listening or watching. If you haven't rated, give us a rating. And until next time, that's that. And we'll see you then. Say goodbye, boys.
Bye.